I want to do a quick review on my new video camera. This is the AKASO Brave 7 LE action camera. This is one I bought recently. I have taken it out a couple of times and used it, and it actually is a pretty good little camera. So let me show you some of the details to it. Let me show you some of the accessories that come with it. It's a good little camera. Here we go. Okay, so here it is. Let's see if I can get good light on this. My ring light is not doing a great job here. So this is the AKASO Brave 7 LE. The difference between the LE and the 7, from what I understand, one, the regular Brave 7 has a port for a microphone. This one does not. No port for a microphone. So no external mic hookup, which I wasn't too concerned about, at least not at this point. And the AKASO 7 does not have the little mount, here it is, built into the bottom. So I really wanted this, but the 7 didn't have it. So that's why I went with the LE, because this would just be easier. I wouldn't have to put a case all the way around it, you know, or anything like that. So that's why I went with this one. But great little camera. On the side, this is the power. The back screen is a touch screen. I will show you that in a minute. That's really cool. You've got a mode button, and then you have the actual button that you hit, which actually turns it on or off for your recording. Also on the side, the power button, I think if you hold it, if you hold the mode button for like 3-5 seconds, it actually puts the front screen on. Let me turn this the right way. So then you can actually see what you're viewing from the front screen, which is a cool option that I really wanted to have. On the side, on the side you've got the speaker, which so far it's not been terrible. It has worked pretty good. Obviously wind noise is an issue, but that's the way it is even on my phone. You've got a connection here. You just push this button and then pull, slide it. There you go, and that pops up. If you need to connect your micro USBs to this, which I haven't had to do yet, because it'll charge with the batteries out. I think I left a battery in here. Let me make sure I did. So I'm going to go ahead and power it up. There we go. And I don't have a card in it, I know. Anyway, so we hit the mode button. That'll take it from video. Let me get this where you can see it. So it's on video right now. Photo. And then it'll take you to your other stuff. So you can do playback, you can do photo setup, video setup, and it is touchscreen. So you can just hit it. You can scroll. So it's super cool to be able to do those kind of things with it. At some point I may take the date stamp off, because every time I video with it and the date stamp's on, I have to crop it to take the date stamp off, which I don't actually like doing that. But it has been helpful when I've been videoing to make sure that my video is in the proper order, because it'll show the actual time and I'll go, oh, this happened before this. Or when I'm trying to sync it up with my phone, when I'm using it to video and this to video with, I'll know, oh, well, that catch happened before this one, for instance, and that helped me out recently when I was shooting one of my videos. So we're just going to go back, and that's basically what you got. You got your different ways to go through this process, and then I think it's the mode button. Let's try that. Here's the mode button. I'm going to hold it down, 2, 3, and there you go. Now you get to see the ring light. But that's shooting from the front camera. It's at 4K right now, which is what I usually leave it on if I remember correctly. But it has worked out pretty nice. me change it back. And now it's switched back. Very easy to do. The other little Vivitar cameras that I've bought, I've mentioned those in the past. Those, I had to buy 3 to get one that would actually work, that the front screen would actually work on. And so that was kind of a pain. They were cheaper. They were 50 bucks or less, right around there. And if I remember, and I'll put it up on the screen somewhere, maybe up here by where my hand is. I think I paid $120 or $130 for this one. And so far, shooting outside, it has been great. Indoor footage, not so great. Maybe I'll show you guys a comparison here in just a minute. If you saw my other video where I was fishing Kentucky Lake, a lot of that you could see, which was on my, I had it mounted on my hat. So some of those views. I only got another one. He ain't a keeper, but he's a largie. That'll do. Alright, made it back from the fishing trip. I've got the sauger. I didn't want to clean the other fish because I've never had sauger before. So it's tiny, and I've never filleted sauger before. Let's see what we got. I couldn't hardly really tell the difference between those and between the ones I shot on my phone, which shoots really good video also. Happens every time. Turn the camera off and what happens? Catch fish. Let's hold him real close. He's massive from that point. But I'm going to measure. This might be my biggest smallie. But I'll show you some indoor footage that I took with this. When I was going to shoot another, well, I shot the video for the giveaway, but I did not like the way it shot inside. It just didn't grab the light the way I wanted it to, and it looked kind of fuzzy. And so I'll show you that one though here, just so you can see the difference between the two. This is it. That's right. Just in case you couldn't read it. Hopefully you could. This is the Johnny Morris Carbon Light 2.0 spinning reel. So I think you can tell the difference between the two different videos that I shot, one inside and then the other ones I shot outside from the examples I gave. This did take a minute for me to figure out. You have to kind of push this button in and then slide at the same time, and then it opens up. So this is where your battery goes. Got a little tab on it, you can pull it out nice and easy. Place for your micro SD to go right here. Don't buy a cheap one like I did recently. That's not a fast SD card. I can't remember what they call it, but they have different speeds. Evidently they can record. And when I was using one of those cards that was a cheaper one, it did tell me that it was shooting slower. And I don't know exactly what that means, if that means the frames per second is off or whatever, but it did do that. So make sure you get your good card. They're plenty cheap nowadays. So here we go. Here's the next step with these. This camera is heavier than the Vivitar. As you can tell just by holding it, it's a stronger, sturdier case. It is a heavier, it's a heavier camera, and it's been really good so far. Let me show you the battery setup. So you get 2 batteries with it. They just drop down in here. You plug them in. The little light will show, you can see those maybe right here. The little lights will show red. If they need to be charged, they'll go blue once they're finished charging. And it's awesome to have 2 of them. And then I can take this anywhere. I've got little portable chargers that I use anyway. If both batteries did run out at some point, I can just plug this right into one of my portable chargers and start charging them up. Waterproof case, even though I didn't mention this, I may have mentioned it somewhere. This is waterproof up to, they say 3 meters, which don't make me do the math, please. But however many feet that is, maybe I'll put that on the screen, maybe not. And it is water resistant, like if it's being rained on. So it is supposed to be waterproof, water resistant. Now it has the little case that comes with it, just in case you do want to go underwater further, or farther to scuba, which I don't plan on doing that. And you can put this little case on it. What I usually do is whenever I pack everything up to take my gear with me, I always put it in the case. That way I can just protect it as I'm transporting it, traveling, or whatever. Get this, and it just kind of grabs right there and locks. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. And that locks down. So you could use it, you know, with the external buttons. All the buttons would work, and this is a waterproof case. I probably won't have a need for it at any time. Now, also comes with a remote, which will be nice. You can strap this onto your wrist. It's got a strap that comes with it. I think that's this little Velcro strap. So you put that through here, and you can have it on just like a watch. I don't wear a watch anyway, so this would be wouldn't be an issue getting in the way of something else. And it will basically only turn on and off. It'll turn your video camera on. So that's the one for video. Here's the gray. So it'll turn video on. I may have that upside down. Yep, I think so. Gray will turn the video on, or it'll turn it off. Red takes a picture. I don't remember. I have to check and see if it puts it into picture mode or how that works. But if you have it set up so you could do a picture from a distance, you can step away, all that kind of stuff. And then the video on off is really handy, because I plan on mounting this behind me for kind of an over-the-shoulder shot. That's the goal. Then accessories. A ton of accessories, which most of them I probably won't use, but because I've got extras anyway. This is like a handlebar mount, which has come in handy. I have used this to mount to like a piece of PVC in my kayak, and it works really great for that. You got that. You got your other type that will slide in. I guess I'll open this. All that noise. It's great video work here. This will snap into one of the other connectors. I haven't used this. This is a little different than the other kind that I have, so this may not be interchangeable with my other Vivitar ones. So there's a little leash in here. I'll have to look up and see what that is. A little cloth to clean with, and then the little sticky pads that people use sometimes for other stuff. So you got your little straps here too. Let's see what that matches up with. I haven't taken all this apart. A bunch of other Velcro type straps. Straps you can use for whatever. I don't use those a whole lot either. There's the other mount that I think that snaps into. I should probably separate these out so I know which ones go with this camera and which ones go with my other camera, but I think that this slides in here. Let's see if I can do this on camera. I don't think that's the same one. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna have to play around with that a little bit, because I don't know how that goes in. Alright, leave that over there for now. This one looks like the same kind. I have two of those. More mounting brackets. This is the one that came on the case, actually, on the box itself. I haven't looked to see what this is. This is some kind of a lock. I guess you tighten down on something. I don't know what this could be for. I don't have anything that locks that I know of. Another little connector. This one. So this one will swivel. These I've used a lot. So see, this matches up obviously with the bottom of the camera, and that just screws right in, and you can tighten that down with the other part. The Vivitars that I have, were not waterproof, and so you could not actually even connect these type of connectors to it without having the little case over top of it, which is just a pain. Alright, I'm going to do probably one more thing. As you can see, plenty of attachments, all that kind of good stuff. So I just want to give you kind of a side-by-side, so to speak, of the two video cameras, like the one I used to use, Vivitar, and the AKASO 7LE, the Brave 7LE. They're almost exactly the same size. The Vivitar only weighs 2.5 ounces, and that's with the battery in it. 2.5 ounces with the battery in it. And you can feel it. I mean, if you could tell, well, this is a very lightweight battery, right? Actually, battery's still working. Oh, this is the one that still works and shoots off the front. So, but I've got 3, and this is the only one that does. The AKASO weighs 4.5 ounces, so it's 2 ounces heavier. And like I said, you can feel it. That's with the battery in it also. The battery's better. The camera's just built structurally. It's just a better camera, and it shoots much better video than the Vivitar. I may do a side-by-side one day, but I just want to do a quick little review of this AKASO to show you that you don't have to get a GoPro. I know some people are stuck on GoPros. I researched and researched forever to try to figure out which one I wanted to go with, and I went with this one, and I am super happy with it. It has shot really good video for me, especially outside. I don't usually have a lot of low light situations that I'm using anyway when I'm fishing or shooting videos. So it's been a good little camera so far, and I plan on using it quite a bit. I may buy down the road, I may buy the AKASO 7, the AKASO Brave 7, so that I can have an external mic hookup in case I do need that if I ever get rid of using my phone to shoot videos. But my phone shoots really good video. This has been my review of the AKASO Brave 7 LE action camera. Really like this little camera. I hope you guys look into it. Think about getting one. This is not a sponsored video. Although AKASO, I'm out here, man. Y'all want to get a hold of me. But this is a great little camera. For those of you like me that don't have the cash to drop money on a GoPro, super nice camera. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully the next time I see you, we'll be out on the water.